the Essential Skills Framework has been an integral part of the Career Pathways for Newcomer Women project. It helps the participants in the project to understand their skill set as it relates to the demands from employers. That's a really clear quantitative measurement that helps us in our counseling with them.
One thing that was very beneficial is using the essential skills profiles that are occupation specific and comparing those to their skills or their levels that they've achieved from the assessments. Based on that, they're able to identify areas of improvement and areas of upskilling and areas where they need to do a little bit more.
We test numeracy, document use, listening skills, and digital skills. And what we're hearing from the participants is that the document use skills as well as the numeracy are a really good refresher for them because they think back to their former years in school. And it kind of gets them in the mindset and more prepared for recruitment selection processes that involve testing, interviews. It kind of helps them feel more confident and comfortable.
We organize different target recruitment events, job fair, coaching and networking events with both employer and mentors, which we call them champions. So clients can practice their interviewing skills, their networking skills, getting feedback from coaches and employer on their resume and on their interviewing skills to be able to actually practice before they go to a real life interview or another networking event outside the program.
When we start talking about essential skills and going through the 9 essential skills, drawing out those strengths from the women and being able to highlight and market their skill sets according to what Canadian employers are looking for has been invaluable, and I think really reminds them that they do have something to contribute. We've seen it very much influencing their confidence levels and empowering them to continue with the remainder of their job search in terms of developing their resume, how to present themselves in interviews. So having that framework to build upon through their job search process, I think, has been an invaluable tool.
This project is employer demand driven, so we partner with employers in different sectors, and the feedback we have received from them tells us that they really value good understanding of their requirements and needs. So they also appreciate that the specific training we deliver at Opportunities for Employment results from the partnership where our facilitators develop curriculum, training material, also profiles, like competency profiles and assessments in collaboration with them.
When engaging employers, one of the most important things is to start from where they are. So often as service providers, we go to them asking for things, jobs for our clients, to be guest speakers at workshops, but start with finding out what their needs are. For this project, we approached a large employer and asked them what their needs are. And they told us they have difficulty hiring people. They're willing to invest, but they can't find people. And they asked us, can you help us access a pool of potential employees that we don't have access to? And of course we said, yes, we can. But let's work on this together.
For service providers, it's really important that we engage employers in order to help them recognize that Newcomer talent pool is a viable source of talent for the companies and to fill in labor market gaps from now until many more years in the future.
Employers also have a concern that there's many service providers contacting them daily. And so what they look at is why you, what makes you different. And for me, it's a matter, we don't just throw resumes at employers. We bring talent, we bring education, we bring experience.
From my experience with employers, I realized that building strong relationship with employers will lead to better results. So my approach is not to only be reactive to my client's profile, to be proactive and continue building my employer pool and expanding it to get the best result for my clients.
this project is innovative because it has the wage subsidy to offer, where it provides 75% of the participants' wage, leaving the employers covering for the other 25%. So not only does it help to promote the participants and encourage employers to give them a chance at work, it also helps the employers save their money and put their money where they need it.
On a mis en place une certaine régionalisation sur différents bureaux qu'on a à la SEO, donc à Thunder Bay, Sudbury, Toronto, Ottawa. Et notre focus est vraiment sur la régionalisation, promouvoir les régions par rapport aux nouvelles immigrantes qui arrivent au Canada, leur expliquer qu'il y a beaucoup d'opportunités à l'extérieur des grands centres urbains et justement expliquer également aux employeurs l'intérêt d'attirer cette communauté-là parce que ce sont des personnes qui sont bilingues, qui sont qualifiées. Donc du coup, on a vraiment mis l'emphase sur l'innovation, on a vraiment mis l'emphase sur la régionalisation pour vraiment pouvoir séduire donc, et les employeurs et les candidates immigrantes francophones.
Alors, ce qui nous a surpris jusqu'à présent, c'est que les femmes qui passent la porte ont du mal à comprendre ce qu'est une minorité visible, car elles ont entendu parler du Canada comme étant une terre d'accueil sans discrimination. Elles ont donc du mal à comprendre pourquoi un tel programme est quand même nécessaire.
We have many participants who score high above 3, which is like the baseline. It's the score that one would need to be successful on the job, in a new job, or onboarding or learning. And what we're seeing are, in our case, women who are scoring 4s and 5s in many categories. And what we understand is that most Canadians, I think 40% of Canadians, are not quite at the level 3. So that's really interesting to see, and we share that knowledge with the participants as a strength builder for them to know that, you know, although you're going to hear you don't have Canadian or local work experience, but your skills and your ability to learn on the job and succeed is exceeding, you know, or you're actually above many Canadians when you look at, you know, when they look at their occupational profile.
So I think the thing that has surprised me the most is the amount of time needed for our staff to be trained in essential skills and develop curriculum that focuses on essential skills and implement the curriculum focusing on essential skills while doing the training.
Par rapport à ce qui nous a surpris, c'est l'engouement des employeurs. On a vraiment vu un certain engagement des employeurs qui étaient désespérés de trouver des candidats dans leur petite région. Et ils avaient totalement arrêté tout ce qui était promotion de leurs emplois. Et quand nous, on a mis en place ce projet de régionalisation, ils ont vraiment vu qu'on avait des candidats, un pool de candidats qui était très important. Et ils nous ont demandé de rédiger leurs offres d'emploi, de les afficher pour pouvoir attirer les personnes à l'extérieur des centres urbains. Et on a vu que vraiment cet engagement était très important et ça nous a quand même surpris.
So I think one of the things that I've learned from this program is the way women connect with each other and want to help each other out. I'm really impressed with even just after the second day, the women have gotten to know each other and talk to each other like they've known each other for years. And they help each other with networking. And an example is in our first cohort, we had one woman start the program where she was volunteering at a local library. And by the end of the cohort, so 3 weeks later, about 4 of the women were volunteering at that local library.
The one thing I learned about serving the visible minority newcomer refugee women is their resilience. They come from different backgrounds and cultures. They bring different skill sets and different levels of past work experience. However, one thing in common is that they face multi-barriers.
The newcomers as a whole take about 1 to 5 years to find a job in their field. What we are learning through this project is with the right interventions, they can cut back on that transition time and land right into the field in a faster period of time.
Women really strive and flourish when they're part of a community, when they're part of a group. The women in the program group in particular really benefited from being part of a classroom with other women who are in the same situation as them, where they can bounce ideas off of each other, encourage each other, share different strategies, and also be comfortable in the learning process because everybody in the room is at the same stage.
For me, what impressed me in this program is the power of transformation. So the first time we meet our clients and we hear about the barriers that they have faced so far to their job search journey is tremendous. So after we work with them, we offer them the services with the human touch. We feel them transformed totally after like 1 week of programming.